Good morning, friends. So yesterday we have defined what is simple harmonic motion. Okay, simple harmonic motion is that motion in which there is a force acting on oscillating body, which always tends to bring the oscillating body to the mean position or equilibrium position, and that force is directly proportional to the displacement of the oscillating body, and actually that force is directly proportional to negative of the displacement. So that's what we discussed in the previous video. So let us consider a linear oscillator like a spring attached with the load, and let this be position of the load, that is of certain mass m, before being stretched. Let x equal to 0, that is equilibrium position. X equal to 0, the origin represent the equilibrium position or mean position. When it is stretched to maximum displacement, say xm, and then released, then the block goes to equilibrium position, and then because of momentum and maximum kinetic energy that it has gained, it goes to the other extreme end to minus xm, and again due to the restoring force, due to the compression and spring force, the load again comes back to the mean position and again tends to move to the other extreme position. In this way, the block attached to the spring keeps on oscillating about the mean position. It keeps on oscillating about the mean position. Okay, this is the linear oscillator, and same thing I have explained about oscillations of a simple pendulum. When the bob is released from a right extreme position, suppose this is the position, right extreme position, it goes to the mean position because of the momentum it has gained and the kinetic energy. It tends to move to the other extreme position. Again, after reaching other extreme position, it returns back. In doing so, it keeps on oscillating about the mean position. During these oscillations, there is always a force acting on this oscillating body, which has a tendency to bring the oscillating pendulum to the mean position. So, when the ball has reached to this left extreme position, there is a restoring force tending to bring it back to the mean position. So, everywhere during its oscillation, there is a restoring force. There is a force acting on the oscillating bob, which has a tendency to bring the oscillating bob to the mean position. The same way, you have seen the restoring force acting on the bob, acting on the block here. The restoring force that is acting on the block here is nothing but the spring force. Okay, so we'll write the equation for simple harmonic motion as I have written already in the previous video. The equation for displacement of a simple harmonic motion is given by x equal to a cos omega t plus phi. I have told you this represents displacement of oscillating body, displacement of a SHM, displacement of simple harmonic motion, which is a function of time t. And A represents maximum displacement, what is it called as amplitude, and omega is angular frequency, which depends on the time period 2 pi by t, and phi is called phase constant, which is determined from the initial condition at time t equal to 0. Okay, now let us consider the same example of oscillating spring about the mean position. So we will look at these points, these 3 points, 1, 2, 3. The right extreme position, the mean position, and the left extreme position. The load attached to the spring is oscillating about this equilibrium position between extreme position xm and another extreme position minus xm. Okay. Now, just I am drawing the line of this one. In general, we take the maximum displacement as A. Maximum displacement as A. So, we are releasing from maximum displacement A. X equal to xm, which we are denoting as from mean position O, x equal to 0. This is mean position O, x equal to 0, and this is extreme position A. When we release it from here, you see, when we release it, after stretching and releasing, it goes to the mean position and goes to the other extreme position, and again comes back to the mean position and reaches the initial position. Then we say that it has completed one oscillation. So it continues. We neglect the presence of the air resistance and we neglect the friction. The dissipative forces such as friction and air resistance are neglected and assume that the oscillations continue. In practice, what happens? Because of the friction and air resistance, which are always dissipative, the oscillations tend to reduce and finally the block comes to rest. So that is practically happening. If we assume that there are no dissipative forces such as air resistance or friction, then it is expected to oscillate continuously with same maximum displacement, right? So when we release it from here, you see, it goes from A to mean position, this is mean position, and then mean position to other extreme position, left extreme position, right? And again from left extreme position, it goes back to mean position and then reaches the A. Then we say that it has completed one oscillation. So in this one oscillation, we are dividing it into 4 parts. So for completing one oscillation, let us assume that it takes time period capital T. Time period capital T. So first, when it goes from right extreme position to this mean position x equal to 0, when it has reached this, it takes time T by 4. And again from mean position to left extreme position, it takes same time T by 4. So total time taken from right extreme position to left extreme position is T by 2. Again when it repeats, when it goes back from left extreme position to the mean position, it again takes T by 4. So total time taken from the initial position becomes 3T by 4. And when it reaches the right extreme position again, after coming back from here, it takes full time T. It takes full time T. So we will take these time intervals and that will be helpful for us to draw the graph. So if we draw the graph of this function displacement as a time dependent function, which is a cosine of cos of omega t plus phi, we will neglect this phi, we will take phi equal to 0. Let phi be equal to 0. We will discuss about this meaning of phi later. So when we take phi equal to 0, then the equation becomes x t equal to a cos omega t. So we will calculate the position of the oscillating block, at different time intervals. Okay, at first, at time t equal to 0, at time t equal to 0, we have already stretched it and we count this time t equal to 0. When we stretch it from this position A, we take initial time t equal to 0. At time t equal to 0, then x at 0 becomes equal to a cos omega t, a cos 0. So a cos 0 becomes, cos 0 is 1. So therefore it becomes a. So at time t equal to 0, you see initial position is this one. At time t equal to 0. Then second one, at time t equal to t by 4. As I have said, it takes one complete time period, capital T, for its oscillation, one complete oscillation, for one complete cycle. Therefore, for 1/4 it takes t by 4. So at t by 4, it is supposed to come over here. At t by 4, it is supposed to come over here. Right? Let us see. We should get 0. That's at t by 4. We should get 0. X at t by 4 can be calculated as a cos omega into t by 4. Omega we know 2 pi by t. Here you know omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Substitute this. A cos 2 pi by t into t by 4. Capital T cancels. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So cos pi by 2. What is the value of cos pi by 2? Cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. So it becomes 0. A cos 90, a cos pi by 2 becomes 0. So the position here at t by 4, you know, at t by 4, it will be at x equal to 0. At t by 4, it will be at x equal to 0. So this is what we got. So at t by 4, the position of the oscillating particle is 0. Now at t by 2, at time t equal to t by 2, at time t equal to t by 2, you see it is supposed to be here, that is minus xl or minus a. Since we have taken from here to here as length a, from here to here also it is length a, but from x equal to 0 with respect to origin 0, it should be minus a. We should get minus a and this should be plus a, right? Already we got plus a. Let us see at t by 2 whether it is going to be minus a or not. At x t by 2, a cos omega t by 2. I just substituted t value equal to t by 2. So again, simplifying, we get 2 by t into t by 2. So t cancels, 2 cancels. So cos pi is minus 1. Cos pi becomes minus 1. So minus 1 into a becomes minus a. So we get the result minus a. So the particle will be here, minus a. This is plus a, right? So it has reached this minus xl. That is what we are taken in general as minus a. This one we are taking as plus a. So it has reached minus a. Now at fourth one, next quarter, t equal to 3t by 4. At 3t by 4, you see the particle should come back to the mean position. It should return back and reach 3t by 4 here. Let us see. We should get the result 0. X 3t by 4. A cos omega 3t by 4. A cos 2 pi by t into 3t by 4. 2 ones are 2 twos are, and you see t cancels. We get 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 is nothing but 270. Cos 270 is nothing but cos 90. Cos 90 or cos 270 is 0. So we get position 0. So again at 3 by 4 we get the position of the oscillating particle to be mean position. Right. Finally, last position at time t equal to capital T, time period t for one complete oscillation, x at t, we get a cos omega t, a cos 2 pi by t into t. You see t cancels, so cos 2 pi is nothing but cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. 1 into a becomes a. So at t, you see again the particle comes back to initial position, that is this or this. In this way, at t by 4 it will be at mean position, at t by 2 it will be at left extreme position minus a, and at 3t by 4, at 3t by 4 it will be at mean position again, mean position. At one full capital T again it will be reaching the right extreme position. In this way the oscillations repeat. So we say that one complete oscillation has taken place. So this analysis calculation helps us to draw the graph of displacement versus the time, displacement versus time for a body undergoing simple harmonic motion. Okay, and you see from this calculation it is oscillating between two amplitudes, two maximum displacements, that is plus a and minus a. It is oscillating between plus a and minus a. Okay, let us draw the graph. Now let us see the graphical representation of SHM, simple harmonic motion, displacement versus time graph. Time is taken along x-axis and displacement xt is taken along the vertical y-axis. Maximum value of displacement is plus a, which we have taken in this case as plus xm. So let us take in general as plus a, and minimum displacement is minus xm, that is minus a, minus xm, that is minus a, right? So it is oscillating between plus a and minus a, and the time period I have taken as t by 4, t by 2, 3t by 4, one full t, and this one will be 5t by 4, right? Now at x equal to 0, at time t equal to 0, here, at time t equal to 0, the value of x at 0 is plus a. So we mark it as plus a as the point on the graph. Then at time t equal to t by 4, this is the position a. At t equal to t by 4, you see the particle is at x equal to 0. So at t by 4, the particle is at 0, x equal to 0. Then at time t by 2, half time period, at half time period it will be at left extreme position. So if you just mark it, it will be helpful for drawing the graph. So at t by 2 it will be at minus a. It will be at minus a. At t equal to 3t by 4, we get again 0. We get again 0. And then at x equal to t, at time t equal to capital T, then xt becomes plus a again. Again it becomes plus a. So like this if you continue, again at 5t by 4, if you substitute in that equation, you will get 0. So we get these points and we can draw the graph. It's going to be a smooth curve, which is a cosine curve. You must have learned in mathematics. It is a cosine curve, which is varying between plus a and minus a. So this represents x t a cos omega t. So it varies in between plus a and minus a, right? So its time period is capital T. So in capital T time period, it completes one oscillation. It completes one oscillation. So it is called as sinusoidal curve or cosinusoidal curve, right? It's a smooth curve like this. Then in this, the maximum displacement is called as amplitude. You can see the maximum displacement here is minus a in this case, and here it is plus a. So plus a or minus a, magnitude of plus a is called as amplitude. Plus a or minus a. Actually, we take magnitude of minus a or magnitude of plus a as amplitude. What do you mean by amplitude? Maximum displacement. Maximum displacement. Then in this equation, you see, we got a as the maximum displacement, and x at any time t gives us displacement at that time t. X at any time t is displacement at time, given time t. Then what is omega? Omega is equal to 2 pi by t is called as angular frequency. It's called as angular frequency. So for cos function, we have found out if it is a, yes, this is the equation. Yes, in this equation, we have found out what is time period. Time period is equal to 2 pi by omega. In the previous analysis, if you recall, we have found out the time period. Time taken to complete one oscillation or one cycle is capital T, which is equal to 2 pi by omega. Therefore, omega is equal to 2 pi by t. And we also know that 1 by t gives us frequency, which is denoted by nu. This is nothing but nu. So this is frequency. Frequency is defined as number of cycles per second or number of oscillations per second. This is number of oscillations or cycles per second, which is measured in hertz. And angular frequency, it is 2 pi by t. 2 pi is measured in radians, 2 pi radians, and t is measured in seconds. So it is measured as radian per second. So angular frequency and angular velocity both are same, radians per second. The next one is omega t plus phi. Omega t plus phi is actually called as the argument of this cosine function. The argument omega t plus phi actually represents the phase. It is called as phase. What do you mean by phase? The phase gives you the state of vibration or state of oscillation of a particle at that given instant of time. It is called as state of oscillation of a particle at time, at any given time t. It is called as state of oscillation. That's how we define what is phase. Phase is state of oscillation. For example, at time t equal to 0, we have assumed phi equal to 0. So phi is actually called as phase constant. Phi is called as phase constant, or is also called as initial phase. Initial phase at time t equal to 0. You see from this graph, here we have assumed phi equal to 0, means at time t equal to 0, when you put time t equal to 0, we have taken phi equal to 0. So phase constant in this graph is 0. So at time t equal to 0, the particle starts from maximum displacement. That's what I have said. We have stretched this block to the maximum displacement and then released. So we have started counting the time at time t equal to 0 from here. After stretching it to the maximum position, and then we have taken that position as time t equal to 0, then we released. So phase is the state of vibration or state of oscillation of the particle at any given instant of time t. Phase is the phase constant is the initial phase at time t equal to 0. Here in this example, initial phase is 0. So at any time, for example, what is the phase? At t by 4, the phase of the particle is at this t by 4, means it is at the mean position. It is at the mean position. So that is the meaning of state of vibration. It tells you about whether the particle is moving towards left or moving towards right. So it is decreasing, means it is moving towards the equilibrium position at t by 4. At t by 2, what is happening? It is again moving towards left side and reaching the other extreme position. Now you see the phase changes. After t by 2, the particle returns back because of the restoring force acting on it. The particle is returning back. So the phase is changing now. Initially, the phase is downwards, that is towards negative displacement, until it reaches the negative extreme position, that is minus amplitude A. After this, the phase is changing now. Now it is going to be having the positive displacement. It reaches 0 here, and after this, it is coming back to the initial position. So this is how we represent the state of vibration or state of oscillation of a body undergoing a simple harmonic motion at any given instant of time. That is the meaning of phase omega t plus phi. Okay. Let us learn some more terminology on this simple harmonic motion. Now let us see the meaning of another function, that is xt equal to sin omega t, a sin omega t. Now consider that the block is already set into oscillation. Now when the block is here, when it is oscillating, suppose that it is moving in this forward direction towards plus xm or towards a, and we have started counting the time from mean position. I think you got the point. Suppose the block is already set into oscillations. It's moving like this and again returning back, again moving and returning back. Suppose we have started counting the time from mean position during its oscillation. Got it? Suppose instead of taking time t equal to 0 from this position, let us take time t equal to 0 from this position. Then when it reaches here, it will be t by 4. So when it reaches the other extreme position, it will be t by 4. And then after reaching there, it returns back. When it reaches back the mean position, again it will be t equal to t by 4. T by 4 plus t by 4. So it becomes t by 2, half time 2. Then it continues to move and reaches the other extreme position, minus a. When it reaches minus a, it takes again t by 4 plus 3 by 4, means it will be 3t by 4 t equal to 3t by 4. And again when it returns back to the mean position, it completes one oscillation. T becomes equal to capital T. Understand here, I am considering only 3 points. Suppose the block is moving, already set into oscillation, the block is moving from mean position towards the right extreme position. So we will start counting the time at this mean position itself, at the equilibrium position. So time t equal to 0. So after a quarter of time period, it will be at plus a, then returns back. After half time period, it will be at mean position, then continues to move towards left extreme position. At 3t by 4, it will be at left extreme position minus a. Again returns back. At complete t, it will be at mean position. Means goes like this, comes back, and again goes to the left extreme position and comes back. So it is said to have one complete oscillation. For this kind of motion, the equation suitable for this is sine function. X function of time t is equal to a sine omega t. A sine omega t. So a sine omega t represents a sinusoidal wave. So if you calculate in the same way, at time t equal to 0, you will get x equal to 0. At time t equal to 0, we get a sine 0. A sine 0 is 0. At time t equal to t by 4, if you calculate in the same way as we have calculated earlier, it will be going to be plus a. Sine pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So we will get plus a. At x equal to 3t by 4, x equal to 3t by 4, you see, x equal to t by 2. It's not 3t by 4, x equal to t by 2. X equal to t, time t equal to t by 2. At t by 2, you see, it will be having 0 again. Sine 0 is 0, or sine 180, sine 180 is 0. Again add 3t by 4. Sine 270, sine 270 is minus 1. Minus 1 into a becomes minus a. So we get minus a. And at x, at t, again you get 0. So if you draw the graph of this, we get a sine curve. Same amplitudes, plus a, minus a. So if you draw a graph by taking x function of t along the y-axis and time t along the x-axis, and take the intervals t by 2, 3t by 4, and 1 full t, 5t by 4. This is t by 4, and this is t by 2, and then this is a 3t by 4, and this is full t, and this is 5t by 4. So if you draw the graph now, you will get a sine curve, sinusoidal curve. So at x equal to 0, we get 0. At time t equal to 0, we get x equal to 0. At time t equal to t by 4, we get plus a. We get plus a. Yes. At time t equal to t by 2, we get again 0. We will get a sine curve. At time 3t by 4, we get minus 3. Minus 3 corresponding to this. At full time t, we get again 0. So if you calculate in the same way, 5t by 4, again you get plus a. Plus a. So it is again varying between plus a and minus a. But you see the curve is sinusoidal curve. This is representing xt function of a sin omega t. Between sine and cosine, what is the phase difference you can see here? When it is released from extreme position, it started from A. But when we started counting from x equal to 0, t equal to 0 and x equal to 0, then it started from 0. That is the difference. So phase difference in the previous one and this one is 90 degree. 90 degree. Phase phi is equal to 90 degree. So state of vibration, that is the meaning of state of vibration at time t equal to 0. That is called as initial phase. So initial phase here also is 0. At 0 here you see at time t equal to 0 it starts from 0 and at time t by 4 it reaches maximum displacement, that is plus a. At time t by 2 it is 0 and again 3t by 4 it is reaching minus a and at time t it is reaching 0, so it continues. So it is also varying between plus a and minus a. Now suppose there is an oscillations with different amplitude. Suppose another function is there which is also having same time period x dash t, that we take as b sin omega t. B sin omega t will be having different amplitude. So I will draw that graph having different amplitude. Let me take that amplitude as a smaller one. Yes, smaller one. This is smaller amplitude. We will represent this as plus b minus b. So if you draw the same curve for this amplitude b, now it will start oscillating in the same manner. See, at 0 it will be here and here it will be at t by 4 and at t by 2 it will be 0 again and at 3t by 4 it will be at minus b, at full t it will be 0 and at t 5t by 4 it will be here at plus b. So if you draw the graph looks like this. This is a simple harmonic motion with smaller amplitude. Amplitude B is smaller than amplitude A. This is the meaning of amplitude. Okay. Now I will express you what is the meaning of phase. Initial phase. Phi is equal to what? Now let us understand the meaning of phase. So this is of the form xt equal to a cos omega t plus phi. Okay. Let us take this phi angle to be pi by 4. At time t equal to 0, let us take phi angle to be equal to pi by 4. That is 45 degree. Right. So this equation becomes xt equal to a cos omega t plus pi by 4. Let us draw the graph of this. Then you will understand the meaning of phase. Now at time t equal to 0. At time t equal to 0. Yes, I have started this. At time t equal to 0. If you put t equal to 0 here, cos omega t becomes 0. So it becomes a cos pi by 4. A cos pi by 4 is what? A cos 45, that is a by root 2. It means the particle starts from here. That is the initial phase. Right? A by root 2. A by root 2 means it is close to A. It is 70.7%. 1 by root 2 means 70.7% of A. So it will be here. Now at t by 8, now I am dividing this t by 4 into equal parts. So it becomes t by 8. At t by 8, if you just work it out, a cos 2 pi by t into t by 8, if you cancel it becomes pi by 4 plus pi by 4, that is cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. So you will get 0. At t by 8 you will get 0. At t equal to t by 4, at this time t by 4, if you substitute again a cos 2 pi by t into t by 4, if you cancel it, you will get pi by 2. Cos 2 pi by t into t by 4, t cancels, 2 ones are 2 twos are. So you will get 5 by 2. 5 by 2 plus 5 by 4 becomes 90 plus 45, 135. Cos 135 is minus cos 45. Minus cos 45 is minus 1 by root 2. So it becomes minus a by root 2. So it will be here again, somewhere here. It will be yes. At t by 4 it will be here. Right? At 3t by 4, 3t by 8. At 3t by 8, if you just work it out in the same manner, you will get a cos pi. A cos pi is minus a. So you will get minus a here. Right? Minus a. At t by 2, if you work it out, you will get minus a cos pi by 4. That is minus a by root 2 again. Again we have the same value. Minus a by root 2. At 5t by 8, at this point, 5t by 8. At 5t by 8, you see, it becomes, after substituting in the equation 2 pi by t into 5t by 8, after cancelling, you will get cos 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2 is nothing but cos 270. Cos 270 is 0. So you will get this position. So if you continue this, you will get a curve of this nature. This is the graph which we can say that it starts from here. So it's having a phase difference. So this is the graph of xt, which is equal to a cos omega t plus pi by 4. It is leading ahead, the graph of a cos omega t. So phase here is pi by 4. So now I think you have understood the meaning of phase, state of vibration. Now phase 5 is initial state at time t equal to 0. So this peak graph which I have drawn is representing this graph. Okay. In the next session we will study and we will solve some problems, and then we will discuss about simple harmonic motion and certain examples. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.